Hey, it's Rachel from All About Planners. In this video I'm doing a review of the Inkwell Press Planner. So this one has been on my list as soon as they brought out Discbound. I absolutely love disbinding. I wanted it since then, however it's really expensive and it's expensive to get it to Australia. So I had it in my cart Black Friday, couldn't do it, it was too pricey. So my sister has been stalking the planner Facebook group, the D-Stash groups, ever since then and found one, and here it is. Absolutely love it. So let's have a closer look. First things first, aluminium discs, super sturdy but also quite pricey. These are not budging at all. I reckon they would last for years. The cover is leather and it kind of reminds me of the Arc planner, so I know that it's pricey, but I feel like if you just kept buying the inserts to put inside, then it would work out to be quite affordable, because I've had my Arc covers for 7 years and they look like as new, and I feel like these are a similar quality. So pricey up front, but I do think it's worth it in the long run. So the thickness is around about 1 inch thick if you include these super sturdy covers. The person we brought this from on D-Stash had used a couple of pages at the front, but then they did add some dot grid paper, which you can get as an add-on. So it's around about, I think, 12 or 20 bucks for their refill add-ons. So I reckon the thickness is still 1 inch thick around about if you had it for a full year. So for the page size, it is about 7 by 9, which is fairly typical these days for a medium-sized planner. The cover does extend a little bit beyond that if you wanted to add tabs, as you can see a little bit. They'd have to be quite thin tabs though, because you don't have too much extra space there. Okay, so if I just jump to one of the full months, I think one of them was partly used at the front when I checked it. Just keep jumping to... Okay, so this is the start of a month. So we've got the planning page, little line section, focus, and then a habit tracker. Really like their little hexagons throughout, because it's not a shape that many people use. They tend to just use like circles or hearts. Really like the little hexagon theme, and color in the little box as you do the task or the habit. Really like that. And then over here, the hexagon theme is continued. You've got a mission board, and it's got all the other little categories of your life to put your goals. Really like how different that is, but it's still functional. And then after the monthly planning, you go to the monthly calendar. So the color scheme and the fonts and everything is very simple and minimalist. You do get little pops of color throughout, which I quite like. I don't normally go for yellow, but I don't mind it in this planner. Doesn't look too bad, and it's only like minor little pops of color, so it's not just looking at full yellow. You've got it mixed with the gray, which looks quite nice as well. So you get big boxes to plan each day. It is a US calendar, so you've got the US holidays printed. I did see in one of the earlier ones that the monthly calendar did the split box, as you can see. Not a fan of that, but it only happens a couple of times. Still, I would white it out and then restart the numbering up the top row and just white out these previous months. Like, I've already planned that in the previous month. I don't need to see it again for July. Never really understood why planners did that, but anyway. Now disbinding, if you haven't seen it before, you can pull the pages out and then pop them back in, just like that. Super easy. The paper feels really thick and it's smooth, bright white. I will definitely be doing a pen test. I feel like this is one of the thickest papers that I've come across, so I'm really hoping that the pen test turns out really well. I will be doing that. I'll include a link in the description box below. Okay, so this is the yellow layout in horizontal. There's a few other colors in the planner as well. There's a pink, blue, and green. If I just do a quick flip and show you, blue is probably my favorite, and then the pink and the green. Yeah. Okay, so it is a horizontal line layout. They do have other layouts, but this one's a horizontal. Another reason why I got so excited, because this was the layout that I always wanted from them. It has line horizontal space, and I really like this section here with the 3 boxes. So you could do meal planning. I'd probably do top 3. You could do reminders or due dates. Really nice, simple, functional layout. There's no wasted space in between the days. You get a nice divider line, so it's clear where one day finishes and ends. The US holidays are printed again on the weekly spread. You get a full-size box for Saturday, another one for Sunday. It's not combined. You know how some of them will go Saturday and then a line and then Sunday. Really don't like that. Like, I need, if anything, more space on a weekend, not less. And then you've got a weekly focus. Little hexagons are continued, and then a lined note section. Really like this layout. It's functional. It maximizes the whole page. You know, there's only a little bit of margin up the top and the bottom. It's really one of the most functional layouts for horizontal that I have come across. Really like it. I'll just show you some of the other colors. So we've got August was green, nice calendar, and then some green. And then if I keep going, show you the pink one and the blue one. Really pretty. And the nice blue, love it. At the end of the weeks, there is a notes and rambling section before the next month starts. So you kind of get 4 pages to plan each month, which is quite generous, and more than most planners include. And then at the back here, I think the person that we got this off on Dstash purchased some of the extra pages. So they have this grid page if you want to do like a year in pixels, you know, those mood tracker things, or a graph to track your savings. And then they also have the dot grid as well. And it had this little snapshot year at a glance calendar for next year as well. I don't mind it. The numbers are a bit small, but I do quite like this bold, you know, number in August and some line space underneath. I probably would have preferred if they'd split this over 2 pages, so had only 6 months on 1 page and then bigger monthly calendar, but it is quite nice. Anyway, so this is the dot grid paper. It is the usual 5mm spacing. I'm pretty sure the person I got this from on Dstash added in this whole chunk because I doubt that this much is included with the planner. And then there's the rest of the stack in here. So if you do buy the add-ons, it does come with quite a lot of pages to add to your planner. Now the disc, I would say this is around about 1 inch, I'm thinking. I think it's about 1 inch. I will check that and I will include that in the blog post that will go with this video. Does fit quite a lot on it. Overall, I think it's really good quality. Definitely keen to try out the paper. The layout's really functional and simple, and overall, I really am quite impressed with it. Would I pay the cost of if you like purchase it retail and ship it? Probably not, to be honest. I do think it is quite pricey. If you're in the US, I don't think it's as much of an issue because the shipping's a lot cheaper, but with the exchange rate at the moment and expensive shipping internationally, I don't think it's worth it if you're in Australia, but if you're in the US, yes, I would definitely buy it.